everyone. Today I'm going to be walking you through some yoga. We have a few poses to do standing up, and then we are going to sit or lie down on our mats to do the rest of them. It's maybe going to take about 10 minutes in all, and you are going to do all of these exercises with me. Now you can do these exercises before you have to sit at the table to do your homework, or anytime you have to do anything that you feel you might need some energy. These exercises are going to help you to focus, help you to pay attention to your work, and just give your body that extra boost of energy that it needs to get all of your work done. Alright, so let's get started. You're going to get your mat, and first we're going to come to our mat here, standing up nice and tall. And now we're just going to bend forward from the hips. Try to keep those knees straight, or maybe you can bend them just a little bit. And drop your arms, drop your head, keep everything nice and relaxed. We're holding each of these poses for 30 seconds. So we have a few seconds left here. Alright, now we're going to come up slowly. Lift all the way up very, very slowly like a snail. And your head is the last thing to lift up. Alright. Next pose we're going to do is called a warrior 3 pose. And we're going to do this on one leg first and then the other leg. So to start, we're going to stand on one leg. And we're going to keep the other leg straight. And we're bending from the hips. Stretch your arms out wide. And you can point your toes, look down to your mat. Try to find a spot on the mat that you can focus on. Few more seconds here. And come up. Now it's okay if it's hard to balance. The more you do this, the better you're going to get at it. So let's move on to the next leg. We're doing the same thing as before. One leg is going to go onto your mat, and we're bending from the hips. And you're going to stretch that next leg out. Keep those arms straight. Few more seconds. Alright, now come all the way up again. You might find with those poses, one leg is a little bit harder than the other leg to balance on, and that's okay. Again, the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. Let's move on to our third pose. This is called a downward dog. Now to do this, we're starting on the mat. We're going to come onto our hands on our knees on the mat. Make sure your hands are right underneath your shoulders in a nice straight line. Now we're going to press our toes into the mat and push up and lean back so that we can look at our knees. Now while you're here, try to keep those knees straight and try to press your heels into the mat so your feet are as flat as possible. Keep those arms straight as well. Last few seconds. Alright, now come back onto your knees or your all fours, and we're going to raise up. Now we're going to do our last pose in standing. Again, this one we're going to do one leg first and then the other leg. This pose is called a tree pose. So we're going to pretend to be trees. So you're coming to your mat, and we're going to stand up nice and tall, suck your tummy in, keep that core tight, and you're going to take one foot, bring it to the inside of your leg. If this is hard to balance, you can keep it down here or even further down, whichever is comfortable for you. And as you get better, you can go up, bring your leg up even higher so that you can get to this point here. Now once you reach here, we're going to lock your leg in there. And again, we're aiming to keep our core tight so that we can focus on one spot on the wall. You're lifting your arms up overhead and bring them together. And this is our tree pose, which we're going to hold. Keep breathing while you're here. And keep focusing on one spot that's not moving. Alright, now we're going to bring our arms down to the side and then put our feet on the floor. Now it's okay if you're feeling a little bit shaky, I feel like that too. But the main thing is to try to keep focusing, try to keep breathing, and keep that core tight. You're going to get better at it the more you do it. So let's move on to the next leg. We're putting that next leg nice and straight, and then we're going to bring our foot up to wherever you feel is comfortable. And now let's raise our arms up overhead. And we're holding it right here. Almost there. We have about 10 seconds left. Alright, now bring those arms down and bring your feet down. Now we go onto the mat for the last few poses. So we're going to come onto the mat and lie down onto your tummy. Keep your hands at the side, and with your hands at the side of your shoulders, you're going to push up. You can either come up to about halfway. You can come onto your forearms like this, or if you're feeling flexible, you can even come all the way up. Either way, we're holding it in this pose. So wherever is comfortable for you, we're holding it for a few more seconds. And now lower down to the mat. And from here, keep your arms right where they are. We're going to push up and sit back onto your heels. This is called a child's pose. So while we're here, you can keep your arms stretched out and drop your head onto the mat. And come up, and we're going to come into sitting. These are our last two poses here. So come to sit on your mat, and we're going to bring both feet together. Bring them in close to you, and you can hold on to your toes, hold on to your ankles, wherever is comfortable. You're going to take your elbows and press your elbows into the sides of your knee there. Once you use your elbows to push your knees down to the mat, you get more of a stretch. So we're going to hold it here, and then we have one more pose to do after this. Alright, and our final pose, we come into sitting and we're going to keep our hands on our knees. You can close your eyes for this one or you can leave them open. But if you close your eyes, it's going to be a little bit better. And now we're going to take some deep breaths in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And again, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Another time, deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And last one, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And you can open your eyes if you had them closed. We're all finished with our yoga poses. Now you might feel a little more energized and a little more ready to do your homework. Alright, bye for now. See you next time.